Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel with a new video about Disgaea. Today I am going to do entirely the episode 13. It will be quite a short video, not because it's a short or easy episode, it's mostly because my team is extremely high leveled. It's because in the previous video I did the first 3 battles of Cave of Ordeal, and I repeated a couple of times the battle 3, which is the best for leveling up, and I was going to level up in order to unlock the Magin class, but midway I was like, yeah, if I level up too much it will just make the main story a joke and it would be uninteresting to watch. So even for episode 13, I mean, it's already a bit too late, I have a high level. However, I will still give you as many tips and pieces of information I can provide as if I were low level. You definitely don't need to be as powerful as me in order to complete episodes 13 and 14. It's just that I am now over leveled. The first battle doesn't involve any enemy actually, you just have to lift and throw a few characters in order to reach the exit point, which is a colored panel. So create a tower of character, you just have to throw the last character really close to the exit, and this character will just have to move on it and it will be over. So basically this can and should be done in just one turn. However, I am going to do it in 2 turns. Well, first because I didn't know about one of the bugs, and anyway it will show you what not to do. If you throw a character directly on the colored panel, it will not work. This will not count as a victory, and therefore you will not have the possibility to complete this battle. At least not during this turn. Well, it doesn't really matter, I have to pass my turn, and I will take a lot of damage because of the turrets. If you have a low level or even a regular level, you will take too much damage, and that's pretty useless. So don't throw a character directly on the colored panel, just throw him next to it, and then this character will just have to step on it and it will be over. Also, even if you don't kill any opponent, you will still get the first reward of the list, and therefore, if you want, you can repeat this battle as many times as you want in order to get it multiple times. Let's move on to the second battle. It's extremely fast and easy, not only because you have only a few opponents, but there's no geo effects and the battlefield is tiny, therefore you have access to most of the opponents during your first turn, and you just have to unleash your most powerful techniques and they will go down in a couple of turns. There's no particular strategy, just deploy as many characters as you can and charge up ahead, and this battle will be done in no time.
I'll finish this! Be gone!
Bite the dust!
The third battle is pretty much the same as the second one, except that you will be facing more opponents. Since the first 5 opponents are just lined up, feel free to use any area of effect attacks in order to kill them in one turn. You can use spells, you can use Overlord Wrath, you can use Wing Slayer, you can use, well, whatever you have ready, they will go down extremely fast. Focus on those 5 enemies during your first turn, kill as many as you can. There's no need to move forwards after that. You'll just have to end your turn, and the remaining opponents will come at you during the second turn, and if there's only the 3 of them, it should go really fast. The level 55 opponent, Sai Soldier, has some powerful sword abilities, therefore if you can, take him down first. Those first 3 battles of this episode are rather easy, not just because I have an extremely high level, but they are designed to be easy and fast. It will change in the next battle, so if you have trouble with this one, you are definitely under leveled and you will need to go either in the item world or you can just level up in any good places in the main story in order to progress. And that will be all for the commentaries for this battle. Now the episode 13 really starts. This battle is much more complicated than the previous one. Not only you are facing a lot of opponents, but the entire battlefield is covered by enemy boost plus 150%, while technically it's 3 times enemy boost plus 50%, and you will need to take down those geo symbols as fast as you can. Each one of them is defended by a few opponents. However, if you just use the lift and throw option, you will have the possibility to attack them during your first turn. If I had a regular level, what I would do would be just to focus on one side of the battlefield at a time. Therefore here I am just attacking the next geo symbol, but it's not necessarily to be as fast at that. If you just focus on the 3 opponents that are guarding the geo symbol and then hit the geo symbol itself during one turn, that should be enough, because the remaining opponents would be too far away to attack you. Therefore you just have to focus on one part of the battlefield at a time, and when you have cleared all the regular opponents and geo symbols, you will be ready to face the boss, Curtis. Don't be fooled by the fact that this is not the last battle of the episode. This is actually the hardest, so you'll have to consider this as the boss battle of episode 13. So be patient, take your time and clear every part of the battlefield one at a time. If you have a cleric and a mage in your team and you want to use them during this battle, what you need to do is first to clear one of the side of the battlefield, and then put your characters close to the spawn location, and put your mages and clerics behind them. Therefore they will be, let's say, between the former geo symbol location and the rest of your team, and basically they will not be in range of the opponent. And from here they will be able to support the rest of your team by healing them, buffing them, or hitting opponents with long range spells. Basically it means that you will not be able to deploy those characters during your first turn, at least this is not advised, so just clear one side of the battlefield and then you'll have the opportunity to deploy them safely. I insist on safely, just because if you kill everyone but Curtis, you will still be in danger, just because he is a rather powerful boss with strong attacks, and if you have only a few characters remaining, it would be either long or even impossible. Before facing Curtis, you want to group all of your characters, so don't have some characters far in the back of the battlefield. You want to attack him with all of your strength. However, when you are in range to attack or to be attacked by him, you want to spread a little bit. You want to surround him, basically, just because he has a powerful area of effect attack. It's called nuclear fusion, and it hits a square of 2 by 2. Therefore, when you are in the bridge leading to his position. Now you want to spread a little bit your characters. When I say a little bit, means not over the entire battlefield, just they should not be standing next to each other. Then move up with all of your team and input as many single target abilities as you can towards him, and enjoy the insane amount of damage that you will deal to him. So that will conclude all of my commentaries for this battle. The bridge will be the last battle of this episode, therefore you need to make sure that you have read Etna's diary by now. You can also go to the hospital and save your game. Also please note that the very first battle of this episode, in the Gargantua deck, will not be available after you complete episode 13. Therefore, if you want to take advantage of the fact that there's no opponent and you can just easily get one item for completing the battle, do it now before finishing this episode. Now it's time to head for the bridge, and even if it's the last battle of the episode, there will be no boss. The real boss battle was the previous battle, and therefore here you're just going to face a few angels. This is the first time you're facing them, and there are no easy opponents, to be honest. Angel will be one of the last class we will unlock in the game. It's rather powerful, because they have access to a lot of weapons, they have some nice abilities, and they have also very good stats. It's in your best interest to focus in physical attacks, just because angels have a natural high resistance, and also you should prioritize the enemies with spears, just because they have some better abilities that could deal a lot of damage to you. The opponents are naturally rather close together, therefore if they just come at you, you will be able to use some area of effect attacks on them. You can use Wing Slayer or Lion's Roar, that would work perfectly here. And that will conclude my commentaries for this battle. Honestly, if you survived the previous one, you will have no trouble with this one.
I'll finish this! Be gone!
Repent. Pray. Fool. 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 Bite the dust! Out of my way! Yeah!
I'll finish this! Be gone!
And now the episode 13 is completed. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.